this is WhisperVet. It's been a while since I've made a video, about 3 months or so, and I apologize for that. I've just been pretty busy and also just finding other things to occupy my time. When I get off of work, I'm usually quite tired, and but I am sorry. I hope that I could make more videos in the future. I'm always open for some suggestions. It makes it a little bit easier to come up with an actual video if I have something to go on. But I thought I'd just give an update and then maybe go through some questions. I got an email from WhisperOcean. She's my favorite whisperer, and she's just an absolute dream whisperer, and I just wanted to say hi to her first, and how much I love your videos. I listen to every night. But just getting that email from her today, though I know she never pressures me in any way to make videos, it just made me want to make one even more. So, hi WhisperOcean. So basically, as far as an update, I'm still working full-time, still the only full-time doctor at my clinic, or at least the clinic I work at. It's not my clinic, but things seem to be going pretty well, but most of us have been in a pretty good mood, and we're very busy, very, very busy. We saw about 30-something cases today, and that was with no appointments, so that's complete walk-in cases, and that's just outrageous numbers. But, the job itself, by this point to me, is just so much easier. I used to worry about going into work, but not anymore. It's become so much easier for me, so that's good. And surgery being my favorite thing to do, even if something's difficult and I've never done it before, if I feel that it's within my skill level and with my level of training, I just do it. It's kind of just sure, throw it on the table, whatever, I'll do it. But that's the biggest thing. Working full time and then come home and just kind of crash, watch a movie or watch TV or play video games, which those are always fun. I'll go out with friends to dinner or to a movie or something, but most of the time it's just come home. I recently went on a camping trip with my dad, and we went fishing, so that was fun. But we didn't really catch much of anything. We went trout fishing, so it's just nice to wade out into the water. I really enjoy doing that. What else? Honestly, it doesn't sound like I've been that busy, but it's pretty taxing on the body to stand up for 10 hours a day. So, and on the mind as well, trying to come up with diagnoses and all, and treatment protocols, but I should never complain. I really shouldn't. My job's actually quite fun, and I love all the people that I work with, so that's great. Let's see, update. Sunny's doing well. If you don't know, she's my pet bird. Recently, I thought she was developing an upper respiratory infection, and the nice thing about it is I can just write myself a script or get it from work to treat that kind of stuff, but she developed a cataract in her left eye, and even though I am a vet, I cannot afford cataract surgery, especially in a geriatric bird. So there's some homeopathic remedies that I may look into trying. I doubt she's going to enjoy them much, but I guess I could certainly give it a try. I mean, no harm really in doing so. It's not going to make the eye any worse than it already is. So at least she can still see out of the right eye. But she's a lot easier to sneak up on and scare on accident these days than she used to be. But she seems to be getting around really well, so I'm not too worried about it. So that's the two of us. We should hopefully she'll be around for a good while, and that's kind of a brief update. I was planning on doing some questions here. There was Whisper Ocean had a couple of tags that I've missed in the past. I'll listen to the videos, but I just never did the tags. Sorry, I'm not doing the female alpha tag, because, well, it just doesn't make sense for me to do that, but she did have a couple of other videos that had questions, so I thought that I would go through those and answer some questions, so I'll start off with those. It's two separate videos, so I'll start with number one, and then when I go to the other video, I'll start with number one again. But number one of this 25 questions is, do you have any pets? Well, I kind of just answered that question. I was speaking about my pet bird, Sunny. She's 24, has only one foot. She's missing the right foot, and she is now blind in the left eye. So, yes, she's the only pet I have currently. Number two, name three things that are physically close to you. My bed, and a lamp, and my laptop. Number three, what's the weather like right now? It's hot. I believe the weather outside is about 86 degrees. So, okay, it's not hot, but it's not that comfortable either outside, but it's clear, and it's evening, so the moon's out. Number four, do you drive, and if so, have you crashed? I do drive, and I have been into small fender benders. The first one, I was about 16, and nothing major came of that. It was nothing at all. And then again, once last year, the day I actually moved into my current apartment, and it didn't do much to my car other than bend the front of the hood. So I just got a new hood put on, and it did very minor damage to the truck in front of me, and it happened to be a rental, so that also wasn't a big issue. The guy didn't really care because it wasn't his truck, so it actually worked out pretty well, but I did get a ticket for too fast for conditions, which is pretty much the norm for something like that. Let's see. Number five, what time do you wake up? What time did you wake up this morning? Got up about 7:30 in the morning. I have to be at work by 8:30, so that makes it usually isn't too difficult to do that. Number six, when was the last time you showered? That would be this morning. So yeah, every morning. Number seven, what was the last movie you saw? I saw the movie Hugo tonight. It was pretty good. Kind of slow and long, but it ended well. Number eight. What does your last text message say? I think it said something about we'll catch the next one, meaning we were going to go, my friends and I were going to go see a movie, and the plans changed. We weren't able to go, so we were just saying we'll catch it next time, basically. Number nine, what's your ringtone? It's just a standard ringtone for this particular phone. Number 10, have you ever been to a different country? Yes. In fact, I've been to Canada twice, and I actually lived country for about 2.5 years. I lived in the Caribbean, so yes, I've been to several different countries. Nothing in Europe or anything like that, but maybe one day. Number 11. Do you like sushi? That's a tough one. I would have to say right now, no. My taste buds keep changing, and there's a lot more that I eat now that I didn't used to. I can eat like a California roll because I don't mind, and things like crab meat and shrimp and stuff like that. But when it comes to fish, I'm still trying to work on fully cooked fish. So lightly cooked fish would be a little difficult for me. Number 12. Where do you buy your groceries? I buy them at the grocery store. Here we have things like Bilo and Publix, and also Walmart, of course. So I'll shop at any of those. Number 13. Have you ever taken medication to help you fall asleep faster? Yes. I take melatonin regularly. It's not really medication. It's a natural hormone, basically, in your body that helps you sleep. My trouble is basically falling back asleep, since I wake up multiple times in the night. And that helps a lot. It doesn't really help me go to sleep, but it helps me fall back asleep quickly. Number 14. How many siblings do you have? I have a brother and a sister. I'm the middle child. And number 15. Do you have a desktop computer or a laptop? I have a laptop. Number 16. How old would you be turning on your next birthday? I recently had a birthday, about 2 months ago. So I will be turning 33 on my next birthday. That'll be next year. Number 17. Do you wear contacts or glasses? I wear glasses. I used to wear contacts, and I still think about maybe trying them again. I was allergic to the solution years ago, but it's been about 12 or 14 years, so maybe I could try them again. Number 18. Do you color your hair? No. It has changed enough on its own throughout my life. I don't need to color it. 19. Tell me something you're planning to do today. Well, considering it's the evening, I guess my next plan would be to go to bed tonight. Number 20. When was the last time you cried? I'd have to say it's probably been about 3 or 4 years since I've cried. Let's see, 21. What is your favorite pizza topping? I guess I would say pepperoni. I'm not that picky. About the only thing that I don't put on a pizza that's routine would be sausage. I'm just not a fan of sausage. And of course anchovies, just because I'm not a big fan of fish, but pretty much anything else is fine. Let's see, number 22. Which do you prefer, hamburgers or cheeseburgers? I would have to say cheeseburgers. Number 23. Have you ever had an all-nighter? I have. When I was young, we did an all-night laser tag. But in college, I had a couple all-nighters. I can't claim that I was truly studying, more like goofing off. But yes, I've had all-nighters. Just a few. Number 24. What is your eye color? Alright, I'm going to have to get a little technical here on this one. I usually do when people ask me. I have what I would consider green eyes. A lot of people, when they look at my eyes, think they're brown, but they're not. There's three true colors of eye color. There is blue, which means lack of pigment. There are brown eyes, which means you have full pigment. And then there are green eyes, which means that you have the brown pigment, but it has spaces in it or holes in it, showing the underlying blue, which often looks green or hazel. So I have green eyes. Sorry, I know that was technical. Number 25. Can you taste the difference between Pepsi and Coke? Yes, I do not really like colas, but yes, I can tell the difference. Pepsi tends to be sweeter to me and not really as strong as in the carbonation, whereas Coke tends to be a stronger carbonated drink to me. Just doesn't have as much sugar, it appears, as Pepsi would. So that's it for the first group of questions, and now the second group, it's more of comparisons between different things, and there's several more of them than the last one, but starting at the top again, number 1, math or English. In school, I would have to say math. Math was one of my best subjects, but these days, I do a lot of math in my job. I actually like English. Grammar is something that I've kind of grown to enjoy, and correcting people's grammar, but that's more for fun and to annoy other people than it is to be snooty. I think it's just fun to do it to people sometimes and then laugh about it with them. So I think I would have to say both, but right now English. Number 2, summer or winter? I'd have to say fall. No, I guess out of the two, I would prefer summer. The winters here aren't really that harsh, but it's just still kind of miserable here and dreary, so I'd have to say summer over those two. Number 3, morning or evening? Evening. Used to be morning, but I'm not much of a morning person anymore. Number 4, Full House or Family Matters? I'd have to go with Urkel on that one. I'd have to say Family Matters over Full House. Number 5, tea or coffee? If they're asking about hot drinks, I would say coffee, but neither. I do not like hot drinks, and even if I drink coffee, I wait till it gets room temperature before I drink it. I would have to really say sweet tea, already refrigerated, already cold. I don't like hot drinks. Number 6, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Ooh, that's a good one. I love both of them. I've read the books, both series, multiple times. I even have the audiobooks, especially the Lord of the Rings one, and man, I may have to actually go with Harry Potter on that one. I love a good long story, and since there's more books, and in the end, a longer story in Harry Potter, I would have to go with that, unless you include all of the Middle-earth stories. As far as the length of a story, then I'd have to go with Lord of the Rings, but I think on this particular situation, I would say Harry Potter. Number 7, black or white? Again, it would have to be dependent on what we were talking about, but I would probably go with black as just far as color is concerned. Number 8, dogs or cats? For pets, I would have to say dogs. I've never had a cat as a pet. I work with both of them, and cats are fun to play with. I don't think I would ever have one of my own. My, future wife or children could have them, but I don't know if I would have one of my own. I probably wouldn't have a dog of my own anymore either, since I'm more of a bird person. Number 9, McDonald's or Burger King? I'd probably go with Burger King on that one. I'm surprised there's not a Five Guys thing on here. I'd rather have that. Number 10, cake or pie? I'd have to go with cake on that one. chocolate or vanilla? I'd have to say chocolate over vanilla anytime. Number 12, jocks or nerds? I would have to go with nerds on that one too. I mean, I guess I would consider myself a bit of a nerd. I do not care for sports in any way, so definitely nerds. Number 13, cable or internet? Also not a fair matchup. They do different things, but I like cable. I'd have to say if I had to choose between one or two, which I had to have, I would go with internet for bills and contact with friends purposes. Number 14, MySpace or Facebook? Definitely Facebook. I have a MySpace account that I never ever use. I don't even have any information on it anymore. 10 years ago I would have said MySpace, but these days it's Facebook. Alright, number 15, The Simpsons or Family Guy? Definitely Family Guy over The Simpsons. Number 16, Coke or Pepsi? Again, I answered somewhat of this on the last group of questions, but I would have to say Coke over Pepsi, but I don't really care much for either. Number 17, Batman or Superman? I'd have to say Batman over Superman. Yeah, just not a huge DC comic fan, but of these two I would say Batman, and I like the Batman movies over the Superman movies. Number 18, fantasy or reality? Fantasy all the way. I live in reality. I don't want any more of it. Number 19, comedy or horror? Definitely comedy. Horror movies are okay, but I would definitely take comedy over horror. Number 20, pancakes or waffles? Both are good. Probably would say pancakes, though, over waffles. Number 21, baked or fried? Again, depends on the food, depends on what you want at the time. Fried is good with most things, but I like to bake, so I'd have to say baked. Number 22, China or Japan? Japan. I love video games and anime, so I'd have to go with Japan. Number 23, hamburgers or hot dogs? I like both, but I would have to say hamburgers. Number 24, salt or pepper? Both. I tend to put both on most things, so I don't really think that they are comparison. Number 25, peanut butter or jelly? Again, both, but peanut butter is a little bit more versatile. Jelly can be good by itself, especially like strawberry jelly or preserves, but peanut butter would probably be used more often. Number 26, boxers or briefs? Nice. Boxers all the way, never briefs, never ever, ever, ever. Sorry, no briefs. Number 27, Amazon or eBay? Amazon. I never use eBay. Number 28, TV shows or movies? Definitely movies. I like some TV shows, but definitely movies. Number 29, pen or pencil? I use pens on the job, but I much prefer pencil, especially for drawing. I am not a fan of pens. They smear too easy. Number 30, a phone call or in person? I'd have to say in person. I'm not a fan of talking on the phone. I hate dropped phone calls, and my apartment is a dead zone. So, in person is always better. Number 31, video games or board games? Though board games are fun with friends, video games all the way. I love video games, action-adventure, role-playing games. Yeah, definitely. My whole life, video games. It's not my whole life, but throughout my whole life, I would have chosen video games. Alright, sorry. Number 32. Shower or bath? Shower. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a bath, probably 20 years ago or more. I shower every day, though. Number 33. Rain or snow? Definitely rain. I love it when it rains. I don't care about the snow, and it doesn't snow much here anyways. Number 34. Pixar or DreamWorks? I don't really care. Probably Pixar over DreamWorks. Number 35. 30 Rock or The Office? I guess 30 Rock. I'm not a fan really of either show, but 30 Rock over The Office. Number 36. Rock or rap? I have to say rock. I don't care for rap music. I've liked rock music since I was preteen, so definitely rock music. Number 37. Ketchup or mustard? Again, depends on the situation. I mean, ketchup with french fries, but I like both on a hamburger. I really like to mix the two together, so both. Number 38. White or wheat? Wheat, but I like to make white bread if it's like organic. Sourdough's better, but watch my video. But just kidding. I would take probably wheat bread over white bread. Number 39. Love or money? Love, of course. I hate money. I just wish we didn't have to have that. Number 40. Movies or reading? Depends on my mood, but for a long time now, I would definitely say movies over reading. It's been a while since I've been in a really big reading mood. Number 41. Car or motorcycle? Car. Yeah, definitely car. 4 wheels or more. Number 42. Michael Jackson or Elvis? Jackson. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Elvis. I mean, just not my forte in music. Neither is Michael Jackson, but I like 80s music, so I'd have to say him. Number 43. France or Italy? I liked the Count of Monte Cristo and Alexander Dumas, one of my favorite authors. I'd be probably more interested in seeing the French countryside than I would Italy, but oh man, that's tough. I guess I'd say France. I would like to see both, though. Number 44. Gift cards or cash? Gift cards. If I have cash, I'm just going to spend it on something stupid, so I'd rather have a gift card and kind of have my hand forced a little bit. Number 45. Paper or plastic? Plastic. I can reuse them a lot more. Paper's good if you want to ripen a banana, though. Let's see, number 46. Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny? I don't care about either one, sorry. Number 47. Lucky Charms or tricks? Tricks. I'm not a big fan of marshmallows. I can eat Lucky Charms, but I've always liked tricks better. Or Fruit Loops. Number 48. Mayo or Miracle Whip? Mayonnaise. Definitely mayonnaise. It's also my favorite song by Smashing Pumpkins. Check it out. Let's see. Number 49. Pickles or olives? Pickles. Definitely pickles. I don't like sweet pickles or bread and butter pickles or anything like that, or spicy ones, but pickles I do like. Olives, but I'd rather have a pickle. And last of all, number 50, Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew? Mountain Dew. I'd rather have my yellow 5 than a cola, so no caramel coloring, but I can drink Dr. Pepper, but I'd rather have a Mountain Dew. So, well, I guess that's a lot of information about me, some of it personal, some of it not so much, but again, I'm sorry it's been so long since I've done a video. I hope this one turns out okay. request to make some more. I didn't want to do one about one of my favorite animes, so I'll try to do that. And I would love to take some requests or anything. I haven't had any in a while, so if anybody has a request or a recommendation, please let me know, and I'll do my best to get to that as soon as I possibly can. I can rearrange some evening scheduling to try and make something like that. But I just thank you all. I want to thank you all for listening and subscribing, and I hope that I'll get to make another video soon. But again, with Miss Whisper Ocean, just want to say hi again, and if you haven't heard or listened to any of her videos, go to her page. I'll put a link up for her, but she's fantastic. So I hope everyone has a great evening, and I will talk to you all again. Bye.